What is up, guys? Wraith here, Great Bearded Gaming Society. And you know, for as old as this game is, every now and again you catch it in just the right spots. We just sat here in the Overthere and watched a sunset. Excuse me, hey, sunrise. Sunrise, yep, it's going that way. Whatever. Magic lost. Alrighty, so, yeah, now we're mostly back. So, we're still kind of in the same area we were in last time. We've, I mean, maybe I came here a bit too early. Maybe I should have come here a little later, maybe. It's, you know, we did a little bit of grinding earlier today, so we're a little over 60% through the level. Let's say the problem is, like, every night we find a blue and we fight a blue and we do pretty good. Then we get another blue and he just bashes in our skull. And then anything above that, so far, we just haven't even competed against at all. So it's been, you know, our hopes for the offsetting of being in a decently target-rich environment have been kind of curtailed by, one, most things aggro. Not everything, but a lot of things aggro. We've had a couple of good fights been kind of wiped away because something way bigger has just shown up and worked us over. And then everything's so far away. So if we don't, those rare opportunities where we don't have like Spirit of the Wolf or something like that, it makes it even more dangerous to kind of really get out here and pull, because you kind of don't want to fight too far out. Mostly from what I've seen is don't really want to fight too much past the road if you can help it. There's just, everything here wanders, obviously, so you got to be really, really careful. We tried to fight at one point, like on the edge of the little pond over there. Yeah, that was just a bad idea. Lots of stuff pathed right at us. So I don't even think we finished one good fight. Like I said, I know some people really love the area. We've not really settled in all that well, got to be honest. Of course, one of the other things we've come across is, there's some other people who've been around here our level. A lot of people have been a little bit bigger, so maybe we did just come here too early, maybe? I don't know. We had, like a cleric went by earlier, and, he gave us some nice buffs, so it was pretty cool of him, and every now and again we'll catch, like, a Spirit of the Wolf or some stuff like that, but it's, still kind of questioning the spot, at least for this level, right? I mean, we're 36, we're sneaking up on 37, but again, we just can't reliably fight everything in the area. And then we also haven't made much in the way of cash either. Just comparative to some other spots. It's not horrible, but comparative to some other spots. There's not any kind of big time drop so far. Because most of the humanoids, like the big Ixar, most of them have been stomping us. Even some of the blue ones have given us a really, really hard time. So we'll see. We've been going back and forth. We're going to med this back up to full, and we're going to go out and pull a couple more things and see if we can't keep the bandwagon going. We'll check back in here in a few minutes. So this is what we were talking about, gang. I had like full life when I started this fight. This guy's kind of blue to us, and he just broke us off. I mean, we did not have mend, but we had full life. That dude just beat us down, and we had to feign him off. I don't know quite what's going on, because most blues, like I said, we do our thing and we're fine. Then every now and again we catch a blue and he just beats us black and blue. We've been making some decent progress. Like I said, we're about 80% through level. We're still grinding along. We got some random loot items. Not sure what's what. I think the gems might be worth a little bit. I think some of this other stuff I honestly think is just trash. I'd probably have to look up to see what a rare leaf is for. I doubt it's for anything all that useful for us. All I do know is it does not stack. The rhino horns are another thing. We might have to look those up just because they don't stack and they're heavy. But like I said, we're still trucking along, getting the grind on and everything. But yeah, I wanted to highlight that because that dude, he just slapped us around like it was cool. So let's put ourselves all back together again. Of course, I guess we probably need to. We're still decent on bandages and everything, so no point in running away just yet. But we'll keep things moving along here. We'll probably, we'll med up, then we'll mend up, and then we'll get back at it. Alright, this should be the one. This should be the one that gets us, assuming that he doesn't actually get us, because we've run into a few things where we've just gotten slapped around. But we got a drive-by druiding. Just got us some spiffy buffs here. I think we'll be okay. Ooh, the mid-air stun. But we are, like I said, we are so close. I mean, we're basically full orange bar at the moment. I mean, you know, the spot's it's not all bad, but still we do have to pick and choose. We've been jumped a bunch. We have had to feint off a lot of things just because things, you know, just aggro, right? It is what it is. Even sitting on the wall, further out doesn't seem to be, at least not in this area, doesn't seem to be exceptionally safe because there's a lot of stuff that wanders pretty much almost all the way up to the wall. So, like, we've gotten, like, chicken aggro, and we've had several cats get us in like there's I think the worst was like a Sarnak Berserker that comes up, and there we go. There's like I said, a Sarnak Berserker that runs up into the space. There have been some other people here and there in the area. We got invited to a group earlier, but in fairness, and as you can see right there, that's what I was talking about, where you end up with some dudes like all the way up on the wall. So you do have to be careful. A lot of times I get all the way up here. Well, yeah, that's right. Checking your aggro against this tree, that's going to work well. Anyhoozle. We are a freshly minted level 37. We're going to check it out for a little bit. We're going to see if that, you know, does it accelerate into the next level? Does it make some of the guys that maybe were a little bit bigger to us a little easier to handle? You know, it's hard to say. There's a red saber-tooth floating around somewhere. He has jumped us now twice. He's been the bane of everybody in the area because he's quite large. I think even one of the druids had to run him off because he was so much bigger than the other ones that he pulled. But like I said, all in all, you know, the spot's not horrible. It's not my favorite, and I think honestly, I mean, we've ground down through most of a level. We've you know, we've made a little bit of cash. Need to see how this stuff sells. There's a couple things that I've already dumped just because I googled them and saw they were kind of trash. I need to check this thing out, see if that's anything. I think these guys sell for like a couple of plats a piece, and of course the sword and the jasper we had actually already had. But you know, we'll see. I mean, I think as you could accelerate the pace, I think this would be a much better spot if we were at a if the timing had been better, where we actually could have joined that group. I mean, even after they invited me, they didn't stick around very long, so it wouldn't have been a very long-lived group for me to have joined anyway, to be honest. But with the time they did, I was doing some other things, so it's like, I'm just kind of AFK hunting. I'd run down, beat some stuff up, run back, feign death, heal up. Excuse me. Rinse and repeat. But instead, I think we're going to see how we do now that we've leveled, see if it frees us up a little more to keep things moving a little bit faster. I mean, you guys know how it is sometimes. Just that one extra level sometimes in an area can make a big deal. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. You know, I can definitely see where you could stretch this place level-wise for quite a ways. But I'm also, at least, you know, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I actually need to check if I were to jump across. Let's do this. Let's go P99, the Overthere. I mean, obviously, we're right next to Skyfire. And let's see. There is... like I said, I mean, there's a set of druid rings, but they are so far away from where we're at. So I was like, oh, we could maybe run to the druid rings, and if they're like a lot of the other druid rings, it's honestly right now I just don't remember. You know, we could run in and sell there and do all that other good happy stuff. We can definitely easily get ports here. That part's not bad. I mean, there's people actually just come through and pop out and look for ports anyway, so that part's easy peasy. But there's no place for us to sell anywhere near here. Like, we'd have to get exceptionally sneaky, try to get into the fort, which anything could go super bad, and we get wiped out in there. So probably not worth it. But like I said, I think we're going to go ahead and pop mend just to get that back up and going. We're going to regen all this back up and through, and then hit the ground running at 37. See if we, you know, do we accelerate? Do we pick up speed any? And see how it goes. But so far, not my favorite spot. I can see where, except for some classes, I can see where this thing would be awesome. There's a lot of space out here. There were a lot of people complaining earlier about some bards doing their thing, but as just one guy doing my own thing, I could pull one thing out of the way and be just fine. But, you know, all in all, it's been just kind of a weird day in the Overthere. But like I said, we're going to get everything back up, wait for Mint to come back up. We'll do a little bit more hunting as a freshly minted 37 and see how we do. Stick around. All right, let's put our freshly minted level 37 skills to the test. So some of these guys we've been able to take. Some of these guys have broke a foot off in us. Let's see how we do. So this one's blue. Wrong button. That one? There we go. Yeah, so this one's dark blue. Right now, I mean, it is actually pulling ahead of us, so we're going to have to get a couple of decent shots here. We still do have mend. Yeah, so we're still... So unfortunately, even with the level, there's such a wide level spread here that we're just having some serious trouble with some of these guys. Makes you wonder if this one was maybe even to us before, but if we don't start hitting some good shots here, we're going to have to feign this one off here in a second. Alright, a couple good hits finally. There we go, get them running. But yeah, it's still a very dangerous spot. So even with the one extra level, we were definitely not gonna run away with experience in the Overthere. Again, it's still doable, but again, it is somewhat inconsistent because some of the fights we've had to ow. We do not have what it takes to handle another one of these right now. Of course, and that's the other thing. We get lots of extra aggro. So I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say that the Overthere is overrated. Maybe we just got a little overzealous in coming here. Maybe we needed to pound that out at the spires a little more, get another level or two, possibly even sneak in a couple of upgrades. But yeah, I mean, there's like an even saber-tooth there. You know, so we still have some evens. We still have some dark blues. I think the rhinos, I think, are the lowest levels. I mean, there's a green one. I think we've even seen a couple of the green ones before the level. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not a horrible spot. I think it actually serves better. When that guy's smaller than we are, but he's probably just doing the same thing we are. I have to pick off a single target at a time and see how you do. But like I said, we will sit up here. We will bandage ourselves back together. But not a horrible week, right? We didn't get a ton done, but we did finish out the level. So we are, like I said, a freshly minted level 38. We made a little bit of plat. We got some stuff we need to sell. Not a whole lot, so probably nothing really worth writing home about this week. And like I said, we might move back out of this spot and just go to a safer, easier. I mean, I hate to say it. I probably wouldn't even film it if I did it. But I probably, if I get a good session to just have a nice, good grind session, I would honestly probably try to go back to the spires and just keep it consistent and just plow through, because it's consistent kills, not nearly as many roamers, doesn't put me in such a dangerous spot. You can make some decent cash, and you know, just again, kind of much safer, it's easier access as well, because again, where we're at now, we really have nowhere to sell or go do anything, and even escaping from here would be interesting without buying a port. But having said all of that, as always, guys, if you have any ideas, thoughts, comments, where can we go, where can we explore, where can we just adventure? Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be experience. So we have mentioned potentially jumping back across to Worslick's Woods, maybe, and even trying the Goblin Fort. See, you know, can we get our own Buffy clicky earring? You know, we'll just kind of have to see how some of that goes. But if you guys got some ideas for us, we would love to hear them in the comment section down below. So if you have the opportunity, don't forget to, you know, if you like what we're doing here, maybe like, comment, drop the subscribe. We do appreciate everybody in our little community. But I think we're going to go ahead and call it with that this week, guys. It's again, we got some play session in, not as much as we were kind of hoping for, but it's been so we've been super busy wrapping up end of year for last year and then going into a fresh quarter at work. So kind of got our hands full. But until next time, guys, stay safe, stay distant, stay in EverQuest, and we will catch you guys next week. Night, guys.